You're also
You have questions?
You can say no.
Bro.
There are no questions.
Oh, damn.
I like my Nardwar interview better.
Shut up. Oh, my God. We did a hard one. Interview, bro.
That's one.
Cool.
But I'm not a rapper.
This is too much. We are rolling, so welcome.
Yo.
Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? You should definitely talk closer to that mic.
I'm talking closer to the mic.
Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only actually fuck all that. This is like my best friend. So
Hi.
you enjoyed the gym today cuz we gymmed.
Today was my first day back in the gym.
You putting in that pain, boy.
And you're like a good personal trainer. So you put me through it today.
Mhm.
It felt really good in the moment, and then after, like an hour after, like my arms is just like they feel like jello.
That'll usually
But it's good.
happen.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's
When was the last time you exercised?
Oh,
You don't even remember, gay.
probably like a month ago.
Word. Yeah, no, you did a good job.
Thank you.
I was happy to take you to that third world country that we call Blink Fitness over there. That was that gym it gets packed. It's very small. It's very compact.
But we need to go back to retro.
You really like
Retro is good here. Retro's really good
For
here.
the people watching, we also have owner in the room, and we also have our good friend Pierre, and Kayla is over here as well. We got a lot of people in the room, so this is the most packed we've ever had it. But like, I'm very thankful. It adds more to the conversation. These people are gonna get their own episodes eventually.
I feel like I need like a cup of lean right
Now the glasses are definitely throwing me. Like, this is a good look. It's a funny look. It's an interesting look because I don't see you like this a lot.
These are $12 sunglasses.
You don't need the Cartiers on the face. You don't need the chrome glasses on the face. You don't need I don't know what other shades are there, but you don't need all that. You know, you could look good off of the $12 store
This
shades.
is $12 Aura.
What's the hat? You were talking about the hat with Pierre. I have no idea what that is. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's a shit called Archive with a Y. It was from like, I saw an ad for it from some Kai Cenat shit. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So I bought it. And most people like it.
Do you watch Kai Cenat?
Nah.
Do you watch streamers? Do you have time in your day to watch streamers?
No, I've never really been into that. I never even tried it though. So, but I'm like very detached from streaming shit.
Is this the like the most probably personalized experience like for you as far as like interviews or like talking to people and stuff like that that's documented? Is this the most personal you've ever done?
I would say we did one. Me, owner, Alex, we did one. It was really short though. It felt really short. It was like 15 minutes maybe, but
Like an hour and a half.
it was an hour and a half. I remember that shit was so fast. I don't know.
I'm letting you know right now this episode is not gonna be an hour and a half. But yeah, that's a long time. What was it for?
It was cool. I felt like I was like trying to think of like good things to say.
Yeah.
And like mentally preparing for it, but I should have just like winged it. So this is cool.
This is cool,
just,
right?
Like,
You could. It's. I think. I stand by the freedom of speech shit. So like. I'm sorry, I got so totally distracted. I was looking for my cigarettes. Yeah, no. I believe in the freedom of speech. Like, you know, you should be able to come on the internet and just speak how you feel and speak what you want. And like, plenty of people know you, and plenty of people know David and Depth by David and the things you do and the work you do. But I'm sorry, that's for my cats. But they don't know the person that you are internally. So like, I get to experience it because I'm blessed enough to experience it.
damn.
We both met when we were like 17 years old.
Yeah, something like that.
At a Live Zeno
Something
show.
like
Go
that,
ahead.
yeah.
You could talk about that.
Dude. Dude. Oh my god.
And it feels so long ago, but like, it really wasn't. It was like, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna count with my fingers here, but yeah, it was like 6-7 years ago now, I think.
That's crazy. When I was in high school, I had a friend who moved from somewhere else, but their name is Christorula. So I met him in high school,
Shout out Thrift to Death.
and he introduced to me like Slime Cito and his music, and then I was just like, I was so young, and like it was something like foreign at the time.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, this is really cool. And then I started listening to it. And then I saw there was like a concert in Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I didn't have a ride. So I asked my mom to drive me to Patterson and take me to the show. And she just like dropped me off. And she was like, have fun. Like in like the middle of nowhere in Patterson.
Yeah, David got dropped off in the fucking trenches of like Riverside Patterson, which is like North Patterson. And he came with gear and stuff like that. And he filmed the whole thing.
I brought my camera because I was like trying to film shows at the time.
Yeah.
And then it was like the building was like half recording studio, half was like an empty room, and they built this stage out of like, I don't know why I remember this so clearly, but they built the stage out of like upside down Home Depot buckets, and they put like plywood on top.
Right on top, and that was the stage.
That was the whole stage.
That was the stage. It was like these like 4x4s, and it was like 4 of them, and that's what made the stage. It was I was there too many times. I went there too many times. David was the only one that went there like once, but I was a recurring Ripe Studios attendee.
So I was just like filming everyone, filming all the openers, and Scab was one of them. And he looked like XXX Tentacion at the time. Like you had this whole like Dragon Ball Z like braid action, and you had this super long like silver chain that goes down to here.
I was praying to God he wouldn't. He wouldn't
And you were blonde too.
I was super blonde.
And I filmed this shit, and he had a lot of energy, and it was cool. But like after the show, like I guess we said what's up, and then we exchanged Instagram.
I
or
know
something.
exactly what we said. We said what's up near the gate, and I dead thought I was like, yo, I might never see this kid again. And then, you know, we ended up hanging out and just seeing each other more. We shot a video together, and then
Oh, you hit me up like a month later.
like, yo, bro,
And you're like, yo,
let me get a
gang,
vid.
let me get a vid.
Can I get a vid? Yeah, and then we shot something. It was cute. It was cute.
What'd you shoot?
We shot a fucking
I just like, I had bought the VHS recently, and like, we filmed you at some house party show.
yeah. And then
Nino was DJing.
yeah, that was bad. Oh my god.
It was like someone's backyard.
I have severe like, not like I don't know. I not regret because I don't regret nothing. But like, as far as all those moments, like seeing, like looking at myself previously, like I was really like the kid version of me. That was really like a kid, and yeah, it was kind of cringy. It was really cringy. In my opinion,
Well, there were like so many people there, but not really.
Nope.
But then there's like where there's supposed to be a crowd, there's like 8 people.
There's like no.
And then like the 3 homies who are like friends with the artist are like turning up in front, and everyone else is like kind of awkward, like bopping their head a little to not be rude.
Yeah, we've seen some crazy looking shows. Fuck. Oh my god. Yeah, that backyard party or whatever the fuck that was. I don't know.
It would just always be like in rooms that were like hard to breathe in and were like musty.
Oh yeah.
That's
I don't know.
like you could smell that.
I still go to shit like that.
Well, and sometimes you ask me to come, and then I come inside, pause, and then for like 5 minutes,
No diddy.
I'm in there, and then I'm like, oh, I'm
Alright.
gonna leave now.
Scott, we'll see you later.
Was it Halloween that you told me to come to this show?
Oh yeah, and we went to Market Hotel. to watch.
No,
Slime.
no. To where Nespen was. It was like Nespen, Xavier, and Renaissance in the same place that you performed.
No.
You don't remember that place?
No, you're definitely mixing up dates.
No, bro.
Yeah.
The whole building's like made out of concrete and it's small. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Bro, the place that you've performed and I showed up with Sophia.
Oh,
that place.
That was not no. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
That place.
Yeah, no, that's.
And we watched Nespen perform there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I walked in and I was like,
we went to the end and we walked in and
I walked in. I was like, oh, it's Nespen. Hi, Nespen. And it was so musty in there. I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave now.
No, it's
And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, we're done. We saw it for 2 seconds. I was like, nah, this is like.
And I was like, Nespen.
I don't like going to like events that are like popularity contests. Like I walked in there and I already felt peep vibes. I was just like, I'm leaving.
I feel like every time you see an artist is like collecting a Pokemon card,
Yeah.
like a mental.
It's like, oh, this was
Pokemon
an experience.
Yeah. I saw this guy.
Like I don't know. I saw Cage the Elephant. And I was like, damn, I've really been listening to this band for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And then like you see him live, like they're right there. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. I don't know. I felt the same way when I saw like Tyler the Creator. What else have I seen? That's like, that's it. I want to see Deftones because they're going on tour, like really bad next year. I almost want to take my dad. Like I want to bring my dad to go see that.
That would be a good ass experience,
right? He told me he wanted to. So I follow baseball, and he's been also like watching it a little bit now that I've been watching it. And as soon as the Mets won, he was like to go to the wild card. He was like, "Yo, we should go." And I checked tickets. I was like, "There's no fucking way we're pulling this." But as far as like a concert or like a rock band and stuff like that, because my father's the one that really introduced me to like Rolling Stones or like Led Zeppelin and what else has he introduced me to, or like not really. Yeah. Just bands in general and stuff like that. Like he was the one that like would pick me up from school and he'd be playing something in the car. I'm like, all right, pops, you got something there. So it'd be cool to go to something like that or like share that experience with father.
Yeah, my dad is like super Beatles fan. Like he's obsessed with it. Not like he's not crazy fan.
I don't know. I mean,
but he really loves it. Like he has like pretty like almost every Beatles book that you could probably buy. Like he owns it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would go down and look at the pictures. Those books. I would go to your house and I would look at the Beatles books that you have there because like there's a lot. There's a lot of Beatles books. But I get it. Like I remember like New Year's that one night, the one day, and we took acid and we were talking to Travis, and then Jake took acid and he tried to fight Owner, like that. And like that whole night, like I when I left that morning, I was watching the sunrise, listening to like a Beatles song after my come down, and I was like, life is so beautiful, life is phenomenal, like life couldn't be better, and I was, it was interesting.
Nah, when I was like 7. No, I was probably a little more older than that, but we saw Paul McCartney at Shea Stadium.
Oh wow.
Where the Mets play.
Nice.
We were like on the field in seats.
And Paul McCartney was like right there.
Paul McCartney.
Oh fuck. How do you say it?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney?
Yeah.
It's not McCarthy?
No, that's somebody else. I think.
My gosh. I hope the internet doesn't come back to this.
But it was sick.
McCartney.
And when he had like, there's this old camera that they used to have called, it was like a flip. Yeah. It was called a Flip HD. It was like tiny digital camcorder. And then he was like trying to film with that shit. And then the security was like, yo. Like that's when, like now everyone has their phone.
Now everyone in there, you can't
you
stop.
used to like not be allowed to do that. Because they're all recording their own thing.
Yeah.
And then they like you can go to the gift shop and buy the
DVD.
DVDs. So you're not allowed to film that shit.
Yeah, for comedy, like stand-up comedy, they'll take phones. Like I went to the Comedy Cellar, or like for Kill Tony, when they had it at Madison Square Garden or something like that, like they took everyone's phones. They would put them in a packaging. You couldn't open it until like later and stuff like that, which is crazy. But as far as like music events, everybody got their phone. everyone has their phones out, everyone's recording and stuff like that. Like I don't think you can get away from it nowadays. Like you just record everywhere you go.
Yeah.
But that's so crazy. He was trying to record off a flip phone.
Yeah, he was just trying to film it, and like they were like, "Bro, you can't do
Yo,
that."
these glasses are fucking hilarious.
I feel like a douchebag with them.
Yeah.
On. I feel like this is not me.
You should take them off. Show the people how
It's gonna be so
how cooked
bright.
you are.
It's gonna be so bright.
Oh, this is wholesome. This is wholesome.
I'm gonna put them back on.
You're
now.
gonna put them back on? Okay. I told David before this. I was like, "Yo, don't get too."
We might have to try this episode again.
No. I mean, I intend to have. I intend to have a recurring episode, so this doesn't have to be the only episode that gets put on the internet.
I'm not gonna sign the release form.
You're not gonna sign the release form. You sign the release form when you walk through the door. Sorry, gang.
Well,
Blanket release.
Blanket is a
Bro.
blanket release form.
but can I sue him if he posted it without my release form?
Yeah. Everything in writing.
I guess we're going to court.
It's the same.
And I'm gonna win because
You're not gonna win.
What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna be like, I have text messages to back the planning of the episode, and he agreed to it and consented to it previously, and this is my evidence, and it's just screenshots of like our texts.
But what if I just said like skibidi toilet Riz the whole time? And then I was like, and then we finished recording it, and I was like, dude, I don't want you to post that. Like, I don't consent to that. And if you post it,
Well,
sue
then
you.
I'm gonna wait until you die, and then I'm gonna put it out as like a feature film documentary of like, this is David as, you know, an unreleased and not interview but podcast episode, shot on October 2nd, 2024, and this is what I'm gonna show to the world. You know,
you better not die first.
I'm not dying first.
You might,
I'm not dying first.
but
What have you where do you have planned to go next? Because I know the answer to this, but like where do you where's the next place you intend to go?
I wonder where he's
'Cause
going.
you also Missile Worldwide.
I'm going to Japan.
Nice.
I'm gonna go with Sophia. We're gonna go for 6 days. Their mom has an art show.
Oh, fire.
Minako Ota. So we're gonna go see her artwork.
Nice.
It's gonna be sick.
That's exciting.
I am excited.
They have an art show. So the art show is like, is it a gallery or is it like a show itself where you sit down?
No. It's like a gallery. It's like
It's like okay, it's a gallery.
it's like a Cardi concert. Like her artwork like comes on. It's like
That's cool. That's cool, man.
Yo, that's a good idea for sure.
that would be crazy.
Yo. Nah, it's cool. What part of Japan are you gonna be in specifically? And where's that show?
The show's in Tokyo, but that's gonna be the second half of the trip.
Okay.
The first half is gonna be in Osaka.
What day is it? Because I'd love to see the show if that's a possibility.
I think it's like
Oh, it's a closed event.
25th.
Oh, no. Okay.
I think I have to double check.
25th. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll be in that. I'm kind of scared to go because
You'll be fine.
I'm like, because I know it's gonna be. That's what Kayla said. Kayla was like, "You're gonna have the craziest fucking culture shock." Ever.
I feel like if you don't know Japanese, it'll be more fun.
You think?
Yeah.
I know how to say please.
Because, like, you get to have an authentic experience of, like, using the text-to-speech translate and, like, talking to
And I
people.
be seeing people, but like my problem is because where I work is so tourist driven that I see so many tourists. Like, I be getting annoyed, and like not annoyed, but like I be like, why are you here, bro? Like, why would you come to this place? Why would you come to New York for what? Like, I know it's a vacation, it's a family vacation or whatever, but like some people really like not. I'm not.
Hey, we're, like, here, so we're, like, but, like, people who haven't seen it, people who live in the middle of fucking nowhere,
Yeah.
and they visit New York, they're like, bro.
They're like, whoa.
Holy shit.
Whoa. I'm not pausing the conversation, but I just know that this is too bright. I might cut this out.
Bro, where the fuck is the gaffer, bro?
I don't know where the gaffer is. Do you see the? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm just gonna turn this down because this is like real strong. There we go. Now we can see our faces a little bit better. Yeah, man. I wanna have a good experience while I'm out there. I wanna like enjoy things and try as many things as possible that I wouldn't naturally try and stuff. And I intend to get super drunk at least one night. I want to see Kyoto, and I don't know where Mount Fuji is, but I would love to see it with my eyes.
Mount Fuji's like in between Osaka and Tokyo. So
Okay.
when you take a bullet train, like you can see it out the window.
Out the window?
On the way.
Is there a place I could stop?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where it is exactly. I probably should, but like, I don't know where it is.
It's in the general area of Osaka and Tokyo.
It's like right in between.
What is the difference between Tokyo and Osaka? Tokyo's more like a city, and then Osaka's like a town.
People say like Tokyo's like New York, and then Osaka's like LA vibes more. But Tokyo's like very like, they're both like very similar, but Tokyo's more like city hustle bustle. It's like intense. And then it's like a lot bigger, and then Osaka's like a lot smaller, I think. But like I don't know. They say like everyone's more friendly and nice
and nicer and like more laid back.
yeah,
Okay.
than like people in Tokyo.
Okay. Word. Is there any other places besides? Because I know Kyoto, Osaka, and Tokyo. Is there any other areas I should probably check out? Do you have any other recommendations?
It depends what you want to do. Like if you want to see the
I want to
ocean,
see nature, bro. I want to see
If
fucking.
you want to see nature, like you could honestly like go anywhere outside the city. Cause like majority of the country is like it's like 70% like trees and mountains.
Word.
So you're not gonna miss any of that. If you just get on a train and then you just sit there the whole time, you'll probably end up in nature.
Have you ever been to Hiroshima or Nagasaki?
I just went to Hiroshima
Did you?
the last time I went this spring.
I'm not gonna ask how was it because I know I've seen pictures of it, but like, what is the culture like there, or how are people there?
Normal.
Normal.
But dude, we went to the I mean, of course, like when you visit, you go see the dome and shit.
Okay. Is that where the
It's like basically this like building and it has a dome
and it's kind of fucked up?
and it's like remains
the remains
of it
of the.
and it's still there. It's the only thing that I think is still there and you can go see that was there before. And then there's this museum and there's these like insanely fucked up pictures. It's like bro, like the shit you see is nuts.
How fucked up are the pictures?
Dude, it was just like dude, like you can't even find this shit on like if you Google it. Like it's like people who like have like nuclear radiation poisoning and shit, and like what happens to their body and like how they die. It's fucking insane, and they like show you everything.
How far is that train to Hiroshima?
Maybe you're probably doing like 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember when I went, it was like a weekend.
It was packed?
Yeah, and like I had to walk through that shit quickly because it was like so intense to see and so fucked up. Like it was actually insane. But while I'm there, like I guess it was a weekend, so they had hella like young kids like from
looking at these images
from school, like on field trips.
Oh man.
It was like when you go to natural history and there's mad field trips there.
Yeah.
It's like that, but it was there. And I was like, bro, like I can't even handle this.
Oh, it's hard. It's harsh.
It's so hard to look at.
Oof. I mean, how do you do it gore? Like as far as like gory movies and shit like that. Like how is not the best?
I mean, now that I like understand like how, you know, like the art team makes all the like how to make it look like real gore and shit like that, like hair and makeup.
Yeah, of course, it's like you're looking at when you watch every time you watch a movie, you're like, oh, this is that, and this is that type of shot, and this is this. But as far as
like seeing the gore, like I know it's fake, but you know, like it still sells really well. But I don't get. I'm just like, ugh, but like that's it.
Yeah, you have like because I always text you whenever I'm looking for like inspiration or like strong movie recommendations that are really good, and you always give me like a good list of either like foreign movies or just movies that you know of and stuff like that that I've never heard of. So The next movie I intend to watch is Fallen Angel because I still haven't watched that movie.
That's a really like pretty movie. I would say like stereotypically people be like, oh, that's such a film bro ass movie, but like I really liked it. But I feel like I don't know shit about like movies. Like everyone who I went to school with at film school was mostly like they were all like movie buffs.
Okay.
And they're like, I know this, and that. And like I don't know, like I wanted to go to film school for music videos.
Yeah.
But like I didn't really understand or like was like probably like younger and ignorant. And I was just like I don't really like care about like making movies and
I don't want to make a movie. I want to shoot for Zeliocho.
Yeah, like at the like now that you look back at it, you're like, dude, like
bro.
like low-key I should have locked in more. But like I was like, dude, I film rappers, like
Yeah.
I don't need
Yeah.
this. Like,
I like-
that was so ignorant.
I mean, I don't know. I think eventually with how you progress, hi Milo, which how you progress and how you develop over time. Like I think, I don't know. You want to do more directing. You want to do more shit like that. You want to do more movies and stuff. So, you know, I think with time it'll come.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like you just keep doing it. Like I don't know. I have goals.
Yeah.
But for a lot of times, like, I don't have.
But my
a
thing is,
goal.
like, you've set the bar so high for, like, I believe, and these are all my friends that are in film. Owner, you, Ennio, Jose, all of the teams that you guys work with, and all the wonderful people you guys work with, because you guys work with some phenomenal people. You guys have a very, for the young age that you are, you guys have such a high bar that's set. And I think that's an amazing thing. Like, you could say you've gotten invited to shoot for fucking like Chrome Hearts or what else do you have? You shot McAllen. You could just list them off. Like you have a whole like resume of just accomplishments as far as like shooting, and I think it's severely impressive the fact that you guys get the opportunity to shoot with so many people. You almost had the fucking shot with Fabio Ford, Kodak Black, and Donald Trump, which is crazy to me. And I was like, oh man, that's a wild one. But just like in any sense, like you guys have such a resume, and as far as films, like I could tell you guys really love it. So like that's what I admire most about you is the fact that you know you've always stuck with like camera things, and just now you just go and set up a camera and you get paid for the entire day. Like the fact that you guys are making it work, and it's impressive. It really is, and it's just certainly inspiring to people that are younger than you.
Thank you.
No problem, man.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes people be like, "Oh, dude, you're so goated," and like whatever. And I'm just like, dude, I'm just like, I feel like I still don't know shit, or like I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, because you see people. I mean, you definitely see older people or older heads that have been doing it a little bit longer than you, that just are so enthralled in it and have been enthralled in it so long that they're so wise as far as their craft and the things that they do, and that they have a sense of direction that's so like solid that you know, they know what they're doing when they get on set. They know what they're doing when they come to certain things. Of course, you deal with idiots, because I've worked on your fucking sets one time. I've worked on a couple, and I'm like, why is any of these people here in the first place? But I just, you know, when you guys do work on certain things, like there's definitely people that are up there, and then you're looking at them like, I want to get to that point. But as far as where you guys are, like I think it's pretty amazing.
Thank you. I feel like you're never really gonna be satisfied, no matter like how far you get or like what stage in your career you're at.
Yeah.
Which is like, honestly, it would be a lot nicer to just like be content and happy about it.
Yeah.
But you're never gonna like feel satisfied.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to like enjoy doing it in the moment.
Of course.
And you have to be like present about it.
Because you don't know when you're gonna get that moment back again. So, but like I think it's the thing as far as human beings. Like we set goals, and we it's like moving the goalpost. That's what I call it, moving the goalpost. Because like, as far as what I have here and like this place that I've really earned this place. And for the first few months, I was like very reluctant to kind of enjoy it, or very regretful that I did do this in the first place and stuff like that. But then I realized like the person that I was maybe a year ago is so proud of the fact that I have done something like this.
Yeah,
So, like,
exactly.
it's really like for as far as like your growth and progress, you're really doing this for the inner child that's within you that fell in love with it in the first place. And you're doing it for that person, the previous person, and you're doing it to like prepare for the future. You know what I mean? Like as far as going forward, like if something you want to do and something you love, like being consistent on it and just going after it is that your phone? Is it my phone? Yeah, just mute that. But you know, I think people should make more art and do it for themselves rather than, you know, just make art to be liked or make art to do this or make art to do this. Like this is simply, this whole thing right here is for humans and people and getting to know more people. And like I told my last episodes as well, like I hope someone sees this episode and is like, I want to connect with that person, or I want to talk to that person, or I want to meet that person and stuff like that, because they're interesting characters. When I did Bobby's episode, someone reached out because I showed them the trailer and was like, yeah, we want to do a shoot with him and stuff like that, just because of all the tats and like things he had on his body. And I was like, that's my intention, you know, connect people to people. You don't even know what to say to that. You don't even know how to follow that. Pass me a cigarette. Is there a cigarette back right there? Thank you, Kayla. I appreciate it. And that lighter right there, beautiful. Andre, do you want one?
Yes, please.
Of course.
Fuck yeah.
I got you.
The darts.
Yeah, we're on. It's 9 p.m. on a Tuesday, and we're just in the crib.
Has it been 30 minutes?
Deep as hell. It's been 31 minutes, and up there it was recording earlier. You can take that right there. There we are.
Are these menthol?
This is where we get a little ratchet on this episode.
Why are you smoking menthol?
Because menthol.
When did you
tastes
start
good,
smoking menthol?
Stop, don't
You
talk.
didn't smoke this the last time I saw you.
Pain.
Do you like menthols?
I don't give a shit.
Look, all I'm gonna say is I fully believe that you don't know what the fuck are in those vapes. That's why I don't trust those vapes. They're just
Organic smoking.
this is organic smoking.
Menthol Marlboros. It's like, oh
Whole
fuck,
food diet.
fuck the spirits.
Whole foods.
I think I think these are, you know, you just know what you're doing. You know where you're getting into. You know what you're signing up for. You know, as far as those little vapes, there's so many little chemicals that just damage your lungs in certain ways. Of course, this is fucking your lungs up. You know, like Mike
This is
Tyson.
For a fact you're gonna die.
Yeah, this is like.
It's like, oh, we know this. Like, so I have a controversial.
Let's
Go
go.
Go ahead. You could
Let's
you could come into frame. Do you
I
want
can't
to?
I can't come in with this.
You can't. No, you can't be seen with it.
Yeah.
Pass it to fucking. Pass it to Pierre and then walk over.
But look,
Say it into the mic.
this is what it is, right?
Go ahead. Audio Technica.
Okay, so my controversial topic is this, right? I took a class, and we were having this whole enraged discussion about art and all the different people that are involved in creating art.
Mm-hmm.
We're good? All the different people that are involved in creating art, right? Like all these animated films, all these movies, music even, right? There's always the big name that comes right after the project, whatever the art form it is, right?
Yeah.
The director, the artist, the musician, whatever. But then there's all these other people that are involved as well.
Yeah.
And are they artists? Does that make them an artist? Does an audio engineer for a song
That they didn't sing on.
that they didn't sing on, all they did was mix it, make it look nice, does that make him an artist? Or is that someone who's very good at their craft? Because there is this thing called craft, you know,
Yeah.
which doesn't have creative decisions
Yeah.
or, you know, responsibility of some kind, and they're there to execute the artist's vision, you know?
Yeah.
We were talking about this in class with a bunch of animation students, and if you get hired to work at an animation studio and
You're
You're-
putting
and you're-
together someone else's idea.
your job is to make trees that go in the background of Avatar, you know, are you an artist or are you just like making trees? And at the same time, you can make it however you make it, but someone's stamp of approval, ultimately the directors or your supervisor or whoever, ultimately it lands on their decision on if they like
their
it or
final
not.
decision
You
of
know,
if they like it or not.
so how much of it makes you the artist? How much of it is just crafting? Me, my job, I view it purely as craft. I don't view it as creative, as art at all. Although I am grateful to be working on pieces of art, I don't have a hand in it.
Okay.
I'm passing the mic off. Let you guys
Thank
take
you.
it from there.
No, that was a great, insightful, well thought out question. What I will say is, I think it comes down to how much skill, as far as the skill it takes to animate a tree. I don't have that skill. I don't have that tool set right here in my brain because some people are educated and some people are not educated. To be able to animate something, I think, is impressive. And if you animate your own things at home, I think that's great. I think that's a creative endeavor. I also think animating that tree is also a creative endeavor because you might animate it in a certain way. Your example as far as audio engineering, I've seen people mix in one way and I've seen people mix in other ways, and I've seen people mix like this and mix like that, and it's all different. It's all up to you how you do your certain way. When I have creative questions like this, I like to refer to the book right there, the Creative Act by Rick Rubin, which is a phenomenal piece of work. It says at the first chapter, it's like everything you do is creative. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you wear that Arc'teryx hat on your head, the way you wear your glasses, the way Pierre fucking is, things, XYZ.
That's fucked up.
I'm sorry, Gabriel.
You did not have to say that.
I'm gonna bleep that out.
He doesn't even have a response. Like, that was so fucked up.
Just everything in general. I think as you go about your day, like how I wake up in the morning, what I do, the first things I do, everything is creative. So I think in the way that you do things, it is a creative thing. But if you're following someone's guideline, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're following someone's guideline to do things and it has to be like a yes or no, I'm not sure that is the most creative thing because you're given a task. It's not your task. If it comes from you, I think it mainly is creative. If it comes from someone else, it is also creative, but it's like half and half as far as like, oh, this is the job I have to do, but I'm going to do this in my own way.
Yeah, I feel like the job I have now as a camera assistant is like not creative at all.
Explain your job.
My job is having to do with everything technical with the camera, and pulling focus. So like I have to, with a wireless controller, I have to make sure that the shot is in focus the whole time. And depending on the shot, that can be really easy or really hard. But it's fun, like, to nerd out about cameras and shit, and like getting to play with a lot of expensive ass shit that you could probably never buy in your life. So it's like there's the liability of like holding that in your hands. Like if you drop like a $40,000 lens, like it's clipped.
It's coming out of your paycheck.
But it's so sick that you get to like play with one,
Yeah.
So
I think that's where you find your little, your happiness, and like, oh, I get excited because I get to play with this stuff because that's what interests you.
Yeah, like,
but pulling focus, I'm not gonna lie, I don't believe that's the most creative act.
It's not creative at all.
It's more just like you're just focusing a camera.
But
so it's
some people will say like, oh, you have the decision to, like, if there's two characters in frame and you choose when to pull focus on one, they're like, that's your creativity. But like, bro, that's bullshit. Like,
yeah, it's not your decision.
It's not my decision. Yeah, it's the DP's decision. So I definitely like, I'm fine. I love doing it still. And it's like, it pays decent. So
very well.
So I feel like I would want to continue doing that, but still pursue like different positions.
Yeah.
At the same time.
And I think you should always strive for more. When you told me that you wanted to direct a lot more, I was like, yeah, get more into directing, man. You should be the leader as far as like what goes where. And I'm not. This is not me being a filmer or anything in your category besides like a PA, but But it's, I've seen what you've done previously. I'm like, you know what, you could definitely put something together that is beautiful. So
Thank you.
but the fact that you're making it work off of what you already know and the skills that you have and your skill set, it's good, man. It's good, man. You're doing a great job. I think you guys are exactly where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I feel like being a camera assistant wasn't supposed to get me to like where my goals were at the time.
Yeah.
Cause like I was like, oh, I don't really want to like do music videos anymore or like shoot them myself. Like I'd rather be an assistant because like I could get into, I guess like quote unquote bigger rooms and doing that, but I didn't think it would lead me. It wasn't like giving up on something and then trying something new. It was kind of like trying something new was like continuing that. Yeah. So it was like, oh, I get to work with this person and that person, and then like after a while you do get like
you get kind of burnt out.
Not really like no, I was gonna say like you kind of get like numb or like you don't really care as much as like for famous people, and they're just like
you kind of realize they're just people.
They're just like they're standing in front of you and it's like, oh, it's just a dude or someone like. And they have to go like they get a fancy toilet or whatever, but like, but it's like all the same.
But it wears off. So, what I definitely want to ask is, do you feel now that you've been in the lane of like being an assistant for a little while? Is that shots?
Either that or like a car, but that's crazy.
It sounded like
that
shots.
was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that's a dog.
I
thought it was a fire. I thought it was fireworks. I was like, it's not July. And now that you've been an assistant for such a while, not assistant. I don't even like calling it assistant. Now that you've worked on so many sets as like a person kind of in the background and stuff like that, like how does that make you feel as far as what you want to do going forward?
I think it's cool because it like helped me meet so many new people. Yeah. Like I can't even count like how many people I've met, and like even like people that I'm like somewhat close to even now. Yeah. Like it's helped me meet so many people. So now that when I want to like go into my own endeavors, I have like people who I can call and trust, and
I'm like, yo, I want to put you on this set. Like, we need a XYZ or
yeah, it feels good to, like if you can't do something, you can put somebody else on, or if you know someone has a piece of equipment, like you can help them, get money or something.
Yeah.
But also like it's like if you need a favor or something, like most people like.
They'll be down.
If you have a good relationship with them,
they'll be like, yeah, if you're on it,
yeah,
let's run it.
So like, if they believe that like you have good intention and like good vision,
yeah,
and you like also like you care about them.
How often do you encounter people that don't have the best intentions towards what they do, or you meet people that just aren't like? I like to say NPCs are humans. You just meet people that are just fully in it for selfish gain, or just fully in it for this reason or that reason that isn't for the love of what you actually do.
That's a crazy question. I feel like there's people who... Damn, can you ask the question again?
No, it's fine. Have you run into people that have negative intentions, rather than positive intentions? Yeah. What is it? Cloud chasers.
Well, yeah, I have, but I feel like it's not that much, honestly. Like, everyone pretty much respects each other. Like, yeah, there's people who, like, get stressed out and have an attitude. And then you're like, oh, I don't really like that. Especially if, like, you're higher up. And like they're giving you commands, and it's like, and if they're a dickhead, you're just like, but that doesn't mean they have like negative intentions,
No, they're just naturally like a stressed out dickhead person.
Yeah, but I mean, like depending on the set, like it can get really stressful, and trying to like maintain your composure or like not say the wrong thing to someone.
Yeah.
Like, you have to keep it all contained because it's a job at the end of the day.
Do you see people crash out by any chance? Just crash out on set.
I've heard stories, but I've never. Well,
Go ahead.
You've
seen people crash out?
I've seen people crash out. There was this one short I worked on, and it was this dude named.
We'll bleep it.
Okay,
I'll bleep it. I'll
we won't
bleep it
say
later.
no names.
I'll bleep it later.
Okay, so there was this dude who hired me.
Yeah.
And it was like a super low rate. I was just like, dude, I don't know. But like, fuck it, I'll do it. And I show up, and it's like maybe 15 minutes from here, like towards my house, because
Okay.
I have to pass it. But it's like this shitty ass Days Inn motel on the side of the road.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
And like, never in my life I thought I'd like step into that place.
And then you stepped into
And then they're like, this is where we're shooting. And dude, it smelled so fucking bad in there. So they rented like 2 rooms, and they're shooting there for a month. I only came on for a day, but they've been shooting there for a month. One room was equipment, and then one was like set where we were shooting.
Mhm.
And it was like a bunch of people that I never met before, and there's some people were cool, but most people was like
Iffy.
really off-putting. It was like, I don't really feel like I can talk to you, but you know, you're still polite to everyone, you know.
Yeah.
And so it was a scene of this old dude, and he hires a prostitute.
Yeah.
And then in the scene, like, he assaults her because she like tries to leave, and so like there's no like stunt coordinator or anything, or like any safety kind of person at all. And I guess like, I don't know, he was like little weird during the day, but he was pretty normal for the most part. But so there's a scene like at the moment he pushes her against the door and he like chokes her. And like they had a long conversation about it, of like how it's gonna happen and how they're gonna do it.
Did he actually choke her?
Yeah, and then he like actually slammed her by the neck like against the wall, and she tweaked out.
Panicked.
Yeah, she is. She panicked. Like, she was in shock, and she got really upset, and she was like yelling at him and shit. Like, as she should, but like,
You know what you're signing up for, or
no, not even. Like, so they had to have a whole conversation about it, and like, we thought we were gonna honestly like stop shooting and all go home, but like, they had to have a conversation with like both actors. And just like to her, they were like, "Are you okay? Like, if you don't want to do this, like, it's fine. Like I understand this might be a lot, and like, I'm sorry that happened. Like, you don't have to do this if you don't want."
Sounds like an A24 movie. That's
And they're like talking to him, and then they're like, "Dude, like,
chill out.
they're like, dude, you cannot do that. Like,
And that was the one day you worked on set where you saw that scene happen.
yeah."
And then you were like, I'm not coming back.
And like, bro, by the end of that, like, I was cooked. I was so cooked. And then he was like, "Yeah, so like, are there any other days you'd be able to come? We're shooting for like a few more weeks." And I was like, "Yeah, just like, I'll let you know."
And then never let him know.
And he like texted me.
Like, yo,
And
bro.
then I did another job for him, like a Steadicam job
Okay.
on a different movie. He hit me up like a couple months later.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it. It's a new movie. It's a different director. Like, I'll try it." So I go on, and we're shooting in this like hot ass humid storage unit. I don't know. It was like this kooky movie scene where this kid like finds his dad's old storage unit, and the TV comes alive, and it's like some dude's soul in there. Like, but it looked really fucking bad. But they only hired me to Steadicam,
So all you had to do was just
I just had to fly the camera,
Mm.
make sure it's smooth. But it's like the whole scene was like pretty much a oneer. It was like a 6-minute scene. But it's like, it's hard to do it for a long time unless you're like really, really experienced.
Like, were you holding the camera? Were you?
Yeah, I was holding the camera in like a vest
In a vest.
and like a suspension arm.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is like anywhere from like 30 to 50 pounds around, like on your body.
Is that why Miles is always behind the camera and holding it, because it's a bigger person?
I mean, it doesn't matter what size you are. I've seen people of like all sizes do it, but it's just like it's taxing on your body because it's like so heavy.
Yeah.
And so it was like hot as fuck. And I was like, I'm sweating. I'm literally like drenched.
Dripping?
I'm literally dripping like onto the camera. And it's like I literally had to keep wiping like the equipment because I was sweating so much on it. And like, and I was like, it was a low ass rate.
How does this compare to like the worst work environment that you've actually had to work?
The worst work environment?
You might have to lock in and like sit up for this one. This one. What's the worst one?
Like, what's the worst?
What's the worst environment that you've had to work in, besides the motel or the dripping sweat being Steadicam?
I don't know. Were we on something together that was worse than that?
Yeah.
Definitely. Had to be with that indie TV show. So I don't want to
Oh. Karma. Karma. We're not gonna say it the other way. We'll say it like that. We'll say it like that.
Next question.
Next question.
Next question. No, we can't talk about that.
We're not gonna talk about that. That's hilarious. That sounds treacherous. Like, I've worked in pretty shitty jobs
My
and stuff
socks
like that.
look crazy.
Yeah, son, you got the whole shins on the camera. He wasn't even looking at himself in the camera. Well, yeah, man, you know, worked on a lot of sets, man. There you go. Now you look cozy, bro. The whole
This is so
episode you have been.
Bro, I didn't know how to sit.
No, you're good. You're good now. You're chilling, man.
I need an animal.
You're Bing chilling. You want to
Can you bring me an animal?
bring you an
please?
animal? I got you.
Bro, I need a fucking beverage.
You need water? I got you. How cooked are you right now, son? It's all right. We're gonna
I am
clip this for a second.
hungry right now, bro. This is a dude ass fridge. Got the grass fed ground beef.
Grass-fed ground beef. That shit Aldi's, man. That shit like $9.
It's a good
So
one.
that Aldi.
Mm-hmm. It's great. It's great for pastas. If you're making a pasta, with shells. I like to make it with like tomato sauce, onions.
Can I take some chocolate?
You want some chocolate? Yeah, grab some of that. Yeah, you're good, bro. I'm look. I have snacks because I don't snack.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not a snacker. I need I need like a meal. That's what those Oreos and Chips Ahoy up there and those protein bars, like, I don't touch because like I can't do it. I have 2 boxes of Nutri-Grain down there.
Can't go wrong with a little Reese's cup.
Right? Little protein on the body. There you go. Oh, oh my God. That's the clip right there. That's the clip right there.
ASMR.
Huh?
ASMR.
ASMR. Oh my word. Yeah,
Oh, it was
man.
really nice because it was in the fridge.
It's nice and cool, right?
That's nice.
Yeah, I keep them in the fridge. They would melt otherwise.
Thank you.
This is the safest person I feel around. If I'm ever like really high or something like that, or if I'm really under the influence, I'm like, I'm safe. Nah, I'm good, gang. Thank you though. I appreciate it. I need to put that meal in my system though. Like mine.
You haven't eaten yet?
I have not.
Bro, open it right now.
I can't.
You were eating on the other episode.
I was, but that was like a trailer. You know what?
Just eat.
Just eat, right?
Yeah.
Might be cold, and it's like a whole process. And we just sat down again, gang.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else you want to bring to the table, man? Anything else you want to say? You want to bring up? Is everything okay at home?
Everything's great. Family's good. I love my family.
Nice, man.
Take care of your body.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because if you don't take care of your body, then you can't do anything.
Yeah. I called you when I fucked up my leg that night, and I was like horrified. I had fucked up my leg in a turn slide.
You recovered really fast.
Bro, yeah, because I kept icing it and putting icy hot on it. It still sucks. Like, when we were at the gym today, I was like, fuck. Like, when I would move it in certain ways, I could do this. I have full
And
range
you
of
were
motion.
going to hit legs.
Because there was a guy there at the gym and was like...
I'm David Goggins.
And he was like... And he was like, "Oh, you gotta use it. You gotta keep. The best way to heal that is like keep using it, keep working it out, keep massaging it."
That's insane advice.
No, it's good. It's good because like I stretch in the shower. I put ice on it. I massage it. I try my best, man. I try my best.
How do you stretch it in the shower?
Stretch it in the shower like this.
Pause.
I stretch it.
Bro, what are you talking about?
So I just. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. See, like I could do that, and I just run some hot water on it, and then I extend it, and I extend it like that, and just like that.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we got enough today. But anything you want to leave the people with? Any words of advice? Any words of wisdom, man?
Thank you for the chocolate.
No problem, man. No problem. Dave, I love you, man. I love you, man. Thank
Love you too, bro.
thank you for being on here. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Let's go.
Oh, excellent.